Hi, good morning. Today I am going to do a presentation on adaptive management of cybercriminal maladaptive organizations in the offing that imperil the nation. Outline of the talk: introduction, cybercrime, background, motivation, analysis of the organizational efficacy, conclusions and references. Coming to the introduction, the functioning of some of the university level organizations or institutions in the country towns maladaptive occasionally owing to mismanagement of academics. An undesirable nexus between the academician and police is getting built. Even there were trivial errors targeted by the management for nurturing lopsided academics. The need of the hour is to enlighten the public. So pointing fingers to each other is presented. By such an approach tend to turn the organizations maladaptive, a recovery from the maladaptive conditions. The details of the strategy are presented in this paper. Cybercrime is a crime that involves a computer or network. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. So if you see the definition of the cybercrime, offences that are committed by the person which damages other person's reputation or which causes physical or mental harassment through the internet or mobile phone is called a cybercrime. In India, many cybercrimes are committed by educated persons. Cybercrimes are becoming a great threat to national integration, particularly in India. Swami Vivekananda says, education should be man-making, character building and national building. In this regard, ICT approaches should be taken up massively. So background of this work is, in our earlier work highlighted a case study of multiple cybercrimes. So the cybercrime website indicated nearly 2000 registrations, which is surprisingly large figure for a cybercriminal website. The scenario gave rise to cyber forensics research and investigation. FIR was filed for a fresh complaint, but in vain. The charge sheet was filed. Prosecution of proceedings in case of accused one was over. As a result, accused one was acquitted. With this background in view, the present research work has been taken up. In our paper 4, the charge sheet for the case study was detailed. The conditions for the RT application in figure 2, 1, 2 and 3 arose because of the delay in the proceedings of the case. Subsequent to the RT application dated 1/11/2014 in these figures, the charge sheet in 4 was filed on 23rd 12/2014. The cybercrime registered ignored the sedition angle of the crime. It was registered only much time after an earlier similar complaint was ignored for the registration. The cybercrime gives the impression that the motto of the culprit organization is either regional separation or the national separation. So with nearly 2000 registrations involving many staff, students of the university, geared up against law and order as was evident from the culprit website, the cybercriminal activity was rampant in JNTH. The details of the registrations were not transparent to the public. Sidetracked the cybercrime issue. Thus, the conditions arose favorably to the frame. The 48 questions in the figures 1, 2 and 3 for RTA remedies. Analysis of the organizational efficacy. The figure 6 and 7 give details of the response by the police to the 48 questions. As shown in the figure 8, the police department sent the document to the PIO JNTH, that is registered JNTH, for responding with regard to the information related to the questions 7 to 48. But upon approaching this authority, it was all in vain. Thus, we did not get response from either organizations or Cyberabad police or JNTH authorities. Subsequent to the court hearing, some case information was elicited from the police department with regard to the case status. What interests us now is the use of police complaint against the cybercrime. Particularly, this case pertains to cybercrime that affected national consciousness, solidarity, integrity feelings in general masses. Owing to 2000 registrations, the cybercriminal activity is considered rampant. The academic environment became perverted and maladaptive. The public authorities enjoyed their positions of the authority and did not give any orders of prohibition against the culprit organizations or culprit websites. Methodology. We would like to create awareness about the cybercrime. Also, we use the websites for keeping the guidelines in it. Because in the JNTH-JAC website, all about 2000 members were registered and there were students and professors. In JNTH-JAC, they were used Indian emblem in their website, that is improper use. WhatsApp group, we have created WhatsApp group and posted the questions, and we are creating the awareness to the students. So the Cyberabad police did not nab the cyber criminals with well-established evidence, but mentioned that the cybercrime was ended. Do you consider it right? Justify that. Enumerate the ICT approaches that you will adopt to remedy or eliminate the failure-prone system. The Cyberabad police mentioned that accused one was nabbed based on the details given in the university authorities, but neither the proofs of the docs of the details nor the details of the university authorities were specified. No authority was prosecuted. Does this indicate that the Cyberabad police and the university authorities colluded to mislead the prosecution of the case? It gives the critical analysis that serves as a pabulum, thought indicating or thought provoking ideas about the case study to mold such an academic environment that prevents the recurrence of the cyber crimes of the kind experienced in the case study, etc. So this figure indicates that the page 1, this is the page 1 RTO application submitted to the Cyberabad police. So in this RTO application, we posed 48 questions to the we asked the 48 questions through the RTO application. The second page, some of the questions were given in the first page. In the second page, 10 to 25 questions were there in the second page, and in the third page, the remaining questions are there. Total 48 questions were posed, and we try to get the answers from the authorities, and we would like to know the truth of the truth happened in this case. And figure 4 shows the page 1 response of the RTO application submitted to the Cyberabad police. They have given the responses only for the 7 questions, and the remaining some questions were there in the figure 4. And figure 5, this is the page number 2 of the responses to the RTO response to the RTO application submitted to the Cyberabad police. And in the page 3, they have given answers only 7 questions, and they said that the remaining questions will be answers. The remaining questions answers will be given by the JNTU authorities. So the figure 7. Upon analyzing all these situations, Dr. Chandrasekharaya was blacklisted. Professor Chandrasekharaya blacklisted the JNTH for the PhD scholars. So conclusion, our work comprises the case study paper presentation with regard to how one can track the cyber crimes and cyber laws. The cyber criminal organization JNTH-JAC is considered in this regard. The police arrested an FIR. 2 accused persons A1 and A2 were mentioned in the charge sheet. Accused 1 was acquitted because the evidence produced by the police was against the police. But after the acquittal of A1, charge sheet in respect of A2 was not filed, but the case was ended as reported by the Inspector of Police in figure 5. The study related that police were reluctant to convict the culprits. Given the situation, it is clear that academic environment in JNTH is club clubbed with massively organized cybercrime. No use of mere cybercrime as cybersecurity subjects and those mere studies of such subjects. People should be sensitized to not abuse constitutional provisions and laws. Remedial ICT approaches should be adopted. Towards this goal, we have used website. The response from the academic stakeholders to our web-based guidance and counseling is satisfied. The government should take cognizance of the maladaptive makeup of the JNTH in regard of the reported cybercrimes for redressal. So these are the references we have used to make up this paper. Thank you, one and all.